You came in as a walk-on.
Yes.
And so tell me about how you started your rowing journey.
The first year of Dime a Dog, they were 10 cents. Haven't raised a cent since then, right?
And this economy, you heard it here first. 10 cents for hot dogs next week, home opener. I'm David DeGuzman at historic Crew Stadium, soon to be home to the Columbus Aviators. Coming up, a peek into the future of spring football in Central Ohio. You get inside the mind of Will Howard, you see a guy who's still very hurt from the loss to Michigan, but also a guy who's very determined for some redemption. And it's been startling opposing teams and fans, as well as some newbies to the tradition. But it's also been a beacon of excitement after every Columbus goal. And now it's getting set for a stage that it's never been on before. What a thrill that was. What was that like being out there?
Oh, it was unbelievable.
Strawberry salsa, and of course, you got to have the lime wedge. I mean, let's stop talking, let's start eating. How has the versatility developed in this last couple weeks?
Well, I think it's developed over the course of the offseason.
I think Michigan is living rent-free in the Buckeyes' heads.
Yeah, great way to put it.
Guess what? It's December and rent is due. So the Blue Jackets have nothing to play for, and the Crew's leading scorer is out with an injury. You know, at least the spring game's on Saturday. So Ohio State will definitely win that one.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Midfielder Aiden Morris, who is headed across the pond.
Hard to believe he's still just 22 years old. Feels like he's been here forever, right? He's been a fan favorite in Columbus, and before he leaves, Morris sat down with NBC4's David DeGuzman in a very unique forum. David?
Yeah. You know, everyone who's ever moved for a new job can relate to this. You've got to pack and you've got to say goodbye to everyone, including your hairstylist. So this morning, I got the chance to catch up with Aiden Morris as he gets his haircut one last time in Columbus.
My barber for probably like a year now. Jomba usually has it on point, so that's why I kind of like gravitated towards him.
About twice a month, Aiden Morris gets his haircut from Jomba Alvarez.
Getting a haircut is therapeutic in itself. It's a fun dynamic when you come in here and you kind of talk about soccer all around the world, not even our games a lot of times.
But today, a lot of the talk was about Morris's last game, the midfielder's final appearance with the black and gold.
It was all a blur, man. It was just like, I felt like I blacked out. And yeah, I mean, there's nothing like you can really say in those moments or do that really like expresses how you really feel. It's just tough.
Morris had been with the Crew for 7 years, dating back to his time with the academy. His hair has changed too.
That's how my hair looked when I was younger, so now I got a fade there, so it's not much different.
Now Morris is headed somewhere he's never been, to play for Middlesbrough, a club that competes in the English Football League Championship.
This is my first time I've ever moved, so I'm like moving my whole life away now. And you're going somewhere that's like 14 hours away. It seemed like it was the right step to take for my career, and also just me as a person, just step outside my comfort zone and go challenge myself.
And as for how he'll get his haircuts in the future.
If you see the top of my hair growing really long, Jomba, over there, then you know what's going on.
So, are we gonna miss the barber, bro?
Am I gonna miss the barber?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, I'll fly you out every month.
Mackenzie Love is certainly redefining the term blind ambition. The Teays Valley senior sees the world differently than most, but she's also got an ear for music that makes her an important part of the band known as the Golden Sound.
And I love it because I'm a part of something bigger than myself.
You can spot the smile of Mackenzie Love from across the parking lot at band practice. But in reality, she actually can't see anything.
I don't have any usable vision. Just light perception. Okay. A little bit of light perception, that's it.
But once that music starts, her senses come to focus.
I learn a lot by ear through digital recordings, and then I pick that up and slowly chunk it like in little parts and repeat it over and over and over again until I start to memorize, and then I take those chunks and put them together to create a piece.
Mackenzie is in the percussion section of the Teays Valley Marching Band, known as the Golden Sound. In pregame, she's clapping the cymbals for the national anthem. And at halftime, you can find her in the front playing the xylophone.
Her memorization skills are amazing. She learns it really quicker than she maybe even made it seem. I mean, she can get a song that day, and if she's listened to it a few times, she's already halfway through the song in the first 10 minutes. I mean, she memorizes things very well.
Described as once a quiet freshman, Mackenzie now plays a pivotal part of the soundtrack of a Friday night at Taze Valley.
More than anything, she's a regular band kid, even though she has some challenges here and there. When people see her shine, they know that they have the ability to shine just like she does, and so I think that's an inspiration.
This year's halftime performance is called When You're Smiling, and with every note, Mackenzie has plenty to smile about.
I just try to do things like everyone else. I think it's so important for students and individuals with disabilities to be able to get out into the world and do things and live through incredible experiences.
You know, it started with learning the piano at a young age, and now she's just like any other high school senior, soaking it all in. They've got one last home game in the regular season on October 18th, guys. David DeGuzman live out here at Huntington Park. Preseason workouts continuing for the Clippers. Batting practice taking place behind me. We are just days away from baseball season. The Clippers will start their season on the road at Iowa this weekend before the home opener a week from tonight against Indianapolis. And we're expecting a couple of players on the opening day roster for the Clippers that are riding the momentum of the World Baseball Classic. That includes Australia's Travis Bazzana and Stuart Fairchild, born in Seattle, represented Chinese Taipei. Both had some memorable moments during that tournament. They come in here hoping to hear their name called to the big league someday. The guy in charge of preparing them for that moment, Andy Tracy, entering his 7th season in the dugout with the Clippers. Here's general manager Tyler Parsons on the work that Andy's been doing.
Not only a tremendous coach, but a tremendous person too. So we're lucky to have him here in Columbus and continue to watch him build these players, not only as individuals from the baseball field, but also individuals, personally, and grow them as young men. So been doing an amazing job. And yeah, I think there's been a lot of talent that's come through here. I get asked all the time, how many Clippers players, every year get called up to the big leagues. And it's like, we got to tell them almost every week someone's going up, and we're developing talent.
Spring ball resuming after the program was off for spring break last week. We got to hear from Arthur Smith for the first time. He's Ohio State's 3rd lead offensive coordinator in as many years, taking over for Brian Hartline, who left for USF. The former NFL OC has a tall order, especially with a lot of new faces on the roster, but he's also got the gift of time this spring.
We've got a lot of time to work with the players, and you get these opportunities in spring ball and a lot of time to prepare. And there's a constant evaluation that you're doing, because every team's different. When you add to the roster, obviously there's a lot of new players here. And then, talking about the incoming freshmen and guys that can help us.
Also tonight, the Blue Jackets back in action, looking to bounce back after a 1-0 loss to the Islanders on the road on Sunday. That defeat snapped a 12-game point streak. Columbus still in playoff position. They'll take on Philly on the road at the top of the hour, but we've got baseball on our minds. Programming note, the Major League Baseball season starts with a day-night doubleheader on Thursday right here on NBC4. The Guardians are on Sunday night baseball on Peacock. Then, of course, home opener for the Clippers a week from tonight. We've got Diamond Dog. Guys, baseball is back. Just wish we had some baseball weather to go along with it.
Yeah. But it lets you know spring's it's here, it's coming. Thanks,
We love
David.
to hear about Diamond Dog Night. But I'm going to find something else for dinner. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, David.
Back in a moment.